Hello everybody, today's video is about terminating shielded Cat6a. We start out with our little cigar cutter. One about 1.5 inches. One rotation is all that is needed. We'll pull the jacket off. Next we have to get rid of the shield, and all we do is take a flush cutters. Right at the base where it starts to unwind, we make a little snip, just a little one. And that'll pull the foil all the way off. Nice and clean. The next thing we want to do is get the drain out of the way. We're going to take it, bend it all the way down, grab our adhesive, copper tape, adhesive on one side, and we're going to put that right up at the top where we cut our jacket off. We're going to wrap it all the way around. We want to make sure that the copper tape goes 360 degrees around the wire. Here we can take and we can cut off the drain that is left over. Just cut it flush right at the back end of the copper tape. Next we get rid of the little plastic, and we get rid of that the exact same way that we got rid of the foil. We just make a little snip and it peels right off super clean. Bend all our wires down so we can get rid of the center. Drop our flush cuts, and we just cut that right off. Next, we just untwist the wires, just like normal Cat6, Cat5. And this is where the more jacket that you cut off with the cigar cutter, the more you have to untwist the pairs. 1.5 inches is all you should need. Get that all untwisted and lined up. 568B, orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. Get that all lined up and straight. What we're going to do is we're just going to make a cut now to out about 1 inch. And that's just a pre-cut so we can put on our little insulator. There's a big open side and then the narrow side. So we want to make sure the open side goes down on the wires, pinching them together. Sometimes it can be a little pain in the butt to get it on there, but if you squeeze the insulator while you're putting it on, it'll help out a little bit. Our jacket on our wire is round, but we're trying to fit it into an oval hole. So what we need to do is just take our pliers or wire strippers and just squeeze right at the end of the jacket. So we're just making it more of an oval instead of a circle. That'll show that it'll actually go inside, because we want this to go inside the RJ45, not butt up to the edge. So we're going to make our final cut, and we're going to have about just a little over 1/2 inch. We have a straight cut. I like to pull the insulator bar forward, so that helps guide the wires when we put on our fitting. So once we put it on, you will see that the fitting goes inside, the jacket goes inside. So this, where the fitting is a little thicker, our jacket should be in there almost 1/4 inch. Press it hard, put it up there as far as you can, and as you look at the tip, it's kind of hard to see, but you should see all your solid colors. The shininess of the copper will be right at the tip, and all your whites are on the top. Now when we go to crimp it, we do not want to use our regular crimpers that we use for Cat5 or Cat6. They actually put a little dimple in the strain relief, which Cat6a does not have. So we want to make sure we're not using these, because it's going to put a dimple in there, and that's not good on the connector. So you get a crimper that does not have that dimple in it, comes in the kit. So we're just going to use this one. It's the Platinum tools. So now it's crimped. Now we have to work with the strain relief. So what I do is bend it over by hand, and I just get the little fingers here. I get those started. Just helps out a little bit, because the next crimper that we have to use for the strain relief, if they're not started, sometimes it will actually go out. So if you start them, the little fingers going in, then you have a lot better chance of crimping this and them going in the right direction. So I crimp it just like this, coming in from the side. And when you click it, you're going to hear a click right there. That's when you've gone as far as you can with the crimper. And then this is the final crimped product. So what we do now is we slide on our strain relief. What's nice about this is it's large enough that it can go over. Normally with heat shrink, you have to go put it on before you put the connector on, but luckily this goes right over top. So you see a thickness difference in the fitting. The heat shrink tubing goes right up to where it changes thicknesses. All right, now all we do is take our little mini torch, lighter or heat gun. This is just a El Cheapo from Menards, a couple bucks, refillable. Also lights your backwoods. Got to light it in 360 degrees to shrink it on all sides. Careful not to burn the tab. And that's your final product. Good solid connection, won't short out. Always, always, always test your cable. Should have a tester where it can actually test the pairs as well as if it's shielded or not. So that's it. Happy terminating.